Hey everybody, my name is Nick. I own the Looney bin in Bradley, Illinois. As somebody brought up in the thread, I'm the one who orchestrated whatever the Walmart incident. And here's the 100% truth from top to bottom. It's pretty intertwined, but it's a neat fucking story. So my daughter and I were at the Walmart in Kankakee, Illinois, and we're in the sporting goods department, and the phone kept ringing and ringing and ringing. Well, probably 10 minutes had gone by and it was fucking irritating, but I'm ornery as shit, so I decided to answer the telephone and pretend to be the worst Walmart employee ever. Somebody called about space heaters. I'm like, now we're out because the black people stole them all. Then I pretended to be a guy named Earl, and there was an employee that, trying to call off work. And when she called off work, I said, well, why? Do you have to clap or something? Well, these videos ended up going viral. Walmart didn't think they were half as funny as everybody else, so Walmart had me arrested at my bar, the Looney Bin in Bradley, Illinois. The next morning, I went to go open. My partner, Dina, at the time, and I had gone in there, and the cops come in, they walk in and go, yep, he's here. We look at him like, for what? Well, Walmart doesn't have a sense of humor, so they had me arrested for disorderly conduct, and I had to sign a thing. I'm banned from all Walmarts, Sam's Clubs, their properties, and subsidiaries for life. Disorderly conduct, I mean, that it got dropped right away. It's not even a real charge. My buddy Rob told me once that disorderly conduct was made up by the Germans in World War II just so they had an excuse to round up the Jews. So he barbecues pigs for a living, so I figure he knows what he's talking about, you know? Disorderly conduct's a bullshit charge. But it was enough to get my name in the paper. But when they did that, what they did is they validated the prank. Rather than it just being some fucking fat jack-off from Bradley, Illinois, who answered the telephones and they just kind of let it be, they took a photograph of me being arrested and putting in the Kankakee SUV. Well, when they did that, the videos went viral on Facebook immediately. When I got out of jail, I was a fucking meme. It was weird. Well, Bill was a big fan of the character because it was so ridiculous, and it was at Walmart. And the character's name was Earl. That's the name I chose. If you go to my YouTube channel, just type in Nick Huffman. That's my name. Go to my videos, Walmart, you'll find them. Well, there's a fan of green Jello who lives in Kankakee and actually works at that Walmart. That when Bill was on tour, he just randomly stopped to surprise and see. She's a really cool girl named Jennifer Papanoff. Well, I guess Bill had gone to see them, and him and his wife were riding around in the shopping carts. So the same Walmart that I got in trouble in kicked Bill out before randomly on tour. Freak chance. So one thing I really like about Bill, I deal with a lot of musicians, but one thing I like about Bill is he's ridiculous as shit. He's not one of these guys who is only a rock star when the cameras are on. Bill's the real fucking deal, man. I have a lot of bad ideas, and most of the time people talk me out of doing them, or they try to. At no point did Bill back out of this, which is cool, because my buddy Joe Corville had a hay rack that my friend Gigi was using for a house party that was a couple blocks from the Looney Bin. I figured we'd steal that hay rack, or borrow it, so we tried permission first, and then I got a generator from the Kankakee Park District. Take that, feds. And we decided we were going to put the back line on this trailer, and then they were going to bring green Jello to the Walmart, and instead of little pig, let me in, it'd be Walmart, Walmart, let me in, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Well, I have a friend who's a manager at that Walmart. I'll never ever say who it was, but I get a phone call that says, Nick, what the fuck are you doing? I go, what do you mean? Nick, what are you doing? The police have been here. We've got an email in our system. They're waiting on you. What do you got? Well, when Bill posted on his page one of those stalkers called the police station and turned us in. So we sent Corey McHugh, who was our videographer that day, to go look at the path, and sure as shit, they had the police all lined up down the road waiting on us. Well, we had, I'd come up with a plan then, because there's 2 Walmarts in town. They're in polar opposites of the county. We knew the police were all on this side waiting to see this hay rack with the generator and a back line and drums and gears set up going through town heading to that Walmart, and they was going to get us. Well, my buddy Corey was the manager over at Dick's Sporting Goods, which is next door to the Walmart. It's a couple doors down, but the same plaza of the Walmart in Bourbonnais, which is the other Walmart. Since we knew the law was all on that side of town, we knew that Walmart would be empty. So I called Corey, because I saw him post on Facebook they wanted to see Uncle Kracker. And Uncle Kracker was going to be at my sister's venue in December. So I traded him guest list and a backstage deal for Uncle Kracker, under the condition that if the police were to come and ask to sign a complaint because we were on private property, that he would not sign a complaint against us, and he agreed to that. So we loaded all the band shit into people's cars, and we took the hay rack empty to Dick's Sporting Goods, and we pulled it right alongside Dick's Sporting Goods, and we loaded it up and sound checked there, because we knew we were covered because we were on private property and we wouldn't get a complaint signed against us. Well, I'd had that Earl puppet head that Bill helped me make, and we were on the hay rack that Frank, our light tech, was driving, and he did pull straight into Walmart with everybody, with green Jello playing live. You know, we had sound on there. I mean, and I got a fucking generator from the Park District. They straight up played a concert back and forth. And they didn't just kind of do it and scurry and leave. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and fucking forth. I was about shitting my pants. Because everybody here knows me. I can't hide anywhere. And everybody knows I can't be on the fucking property. And here I got a goddamn punk rock puppet head this big advertising it, and the police start following us. So the fucking police follow us, and they just watched. So we went back to the Looney bin, the show went off, it was fucking amazing. And then after the show, I was the one who got to take Bill and Damien back to the airport, so their flight didn't leave till like 6:30 in the morning, 7 a.m., and we close at 2. Well, rather than drop them off at the airport and have them sit there with their thumbs in their ass, we snuck into Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, which is supposedly the most haunted cemetery in North America, by sneaking through the woods. It's a good mile walk through this trail. You got to go through the woods. So I told Damien and Bill when we got there, I said, guys, listen, do not make any fucking noise, because this trail's also right behind a row of houses. I mean, I'm talking, at one point it might only be 30 yards from a house. The trail goes right behind these rich houses. They have the big picture windows, and you know all they're doing is looking for assholes that go back and forth in and out of that cemetery, because it drives them crazy and it's illegal. So I tell them, don't use your cell phone lights and stay quiet. Well, we're going through this trail and we're behind this house, and I go to hand this branch so it doesn't snap them two. Well, Damien grabs it and we don't see Bill. Well, then Damien and I go, where the fuck is he? So we turn around and we look to figure out where Bill is, and all of a sudden we see this fucking flash of light come straight at us. We're coming to you live! So that was my fucking night. It was a good one too. Hey, love you, Bill.